This is where we met 25 years ago.
Yeah, but it's all changed. It's big.
Yeah.
That's where I first met John.
Let's go and have some lunch.
Okay, who's paying?
We are.
Okay. You should have like a little arrow pointing to the tree, saying this is it. This is the spot where I first met John, and we had the demonstration.
What do you?
This bag of meet this person this time. And
How have you been out of Sunbury for, John? Like, this was in 1980.
Yeah, at that time I think I was.
Maybe 4 years before, or 3 or 4 years. And you really wanted to have it closed down, didn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, somebody needed to close down and let those people out up there.
see what you remember, John.
Yeah.
See what you looked like 30 years ago, eh?
Can I just state that we do not support this strike of HEF, and we are really concerned for the safety of the residents within Killula Training Centre. John Harrowell. I'd like to introduce John Harrowell, who would like to say something.
I went to the training centre when I was 13 years of age when I was a boy. Yeah. And I got put in there for no reason because my mother couldn't look after me and I had to put in the Sunbury Training Centre.
I had a stepfather. He was a juggler and he was kind to me. One day he died and my life went downhill. So I really got sick and Mum got worried. You got to come out of your room. I'm not coming out of my room. I'm going to lock the door. And you won't be coming back in either. Mum had said, well, if you don't come out of your room, I have to go down and get the police. My mother went down to the police station. In 5 minutes, the police were knocking on my door. Come out, John. No, I'm not coming out. I want to die with my father. They broke the door and they took me down to the Fitzroy police station. The police said, well, John, you can't look after yourself and you're not very well and your mother can't look after you. They called on to a police surgeon who signed a piece of paper to put me into an institution. And I was 13 at the time and I was scared to damn hell.
Well, the demo was across the road.
Hang on, John. We don't want to get you run over.
So this was the spot 25 years ago, Colin?
Yes, right here near this tree and the pub in the back. The pub in the background.
It's a bit bloody windy today.
It is.
And how many people were here, do you reckon?
Oh, heaps of them. Maybe 30 or 40, maybe.
I reckon it was great because you get all to the boat. First time I came from the hill up at Sunbury and seen all the people down the bottom near the train station. I reckon it was great.
So were you originally planning the demonstration here at the station?
No, up at the train station. Outside the gates and staff, we were on strike up there.
And who made you come down here, John?
We arranged to come down here so we would clash with the nursing staff.
I remember one of the nurses must have come down and was listening in, and some guy, I think from a television station, was interviewing us and was asking somebody a question and they didn't quite know the answer. And then this bloke pipes up in the back, well, you don't know the answer, stop bloody demonstrating and get out of here.
Were you scared of them?
Of course we were, that's why we came down here.
Oh, the place reckons we couldn't come. No, if we put the strike on, we'd get bashed up.
It's nearly blown me over.
And why were you demonstrating? What was the demonstration about?
That we wanted all institutions closed and we wanted better treatment for people with disability, intellectual disability. And yeah, we just didn't want to be mistreated anymore. Yeah, we just wanted our rights.
Right.
Do you remember what you chanted? What was the chant?
Probably close Sunbury now. Close Sunbury down. Close Sunbury down. Close Sunbury down. We're going up to the Sunbury, where Sunbury Institution used to be, up the hill. What was there, John, when you were here?
Just Alex.
Paddocks, okay.
What year was that, John, when you first came here? Do you remember?
Oh, go back a fair while.
The 50s?
Around about that.
Did you ever run away, John?
Oh, a couple of times.
Good on you, John.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, they were using physical bashing to that.
When I went into the Mexican security ward where I was going to be locked up, there were people screaming out there, and people were laying down and running around, rocking, and people who were drugged up on medication with nothing to do. Sometimes the night staff laid on beds at night, went to sleep, didn't do their rounds. I was the youngest boy, and I was frightened what other patients might do to me.
I've been to institutions that took ages to close down, from Sunbury to Kew and old Janefield town. But no matter how far or how wide I roam, I'll never call an institution home. All the doctors and nurses running round the wards with needles and syringes in hand. And as they get closer and closer, I know it is soon I'll be going to sleep. Someday soon I hope to be free, and all of my friends once more will I see. But until the day comes, no matter how far or how wide I roam, I'll never call an institution home.
Well, that's the main office, isn't it?
Yeah. I said, you're not going to put me back in there. Not my mate John. And I'll go to Baggery. It's a bit like what Sunbury's like, or in any institution where, you know, you had no rights, you couldn't go out, you couldn't do anything.
What keeps you going? What's your passion? Even as you get older, what drives you?
I think the hope and the dream that one day, you know, throughout the training or throughout the resources or throughout the videos that we've made, just one person will come out and say, hey, I am not happy. I want something changed. And they know the wolf and sheep what I wanted, and I can retire. I probably never will though. I'm sorry.
No worries, Colin.
This place is getting to me.
Yeah, all right, let's go down and have a coffee.
Burn Sunbury down!
Burn Sunbury down!
Burn Sunbury down! Burn Sunbury down! Burn Sunbury down. I'll be the first one.
Burn Sunbury down.
Burn Sunbury down.
Need a coffee, Colin?
Oh, do I ever? Bloody hell. I think I've deserved it.
What's that, John?
Time for a coffee, John.
Yeah. You okay, mate?
You okay, Colin?
Yeah, I'm fine now. Now I'm at that joint.
Tell me about the day you met.
They had a halfway house up at Sunbury, and a lady from Melbourne come and picked me out and took me into CRU in Yarraville in Melbourne, and I thought it was great to be out of Sunbury and in this house where I could do what I like.
Do you remember your first day out?
I can remember the first day out when I went out with the social worker and the charge there. I was glad to get out. I told them all about Sunbury, and I said, I'm not coming back there no more. And she said, you're not either.
What did it feel like being at the demonstration?
Well, I said to myself, I can talk up now and no one's going to shut me up, you know. It was that bad when I was in the Sunbury training tent, I couldn't believe it. You went into a place called M1, and it was bad up there. They had a key and they locked the doors. You had nothing to do all day in the yard. You lay down on the floor. People look at the ceiling, and it was terrible up there. I've been there, I'm out now and I'm living in Independence, sharing the flat with my sister. And, you know, I reckon it should be, the training centre's terrible up there, you know, really bad. In September, we'd have a big ball. I met a girl at the ball and she said to me, my name's Daisy Sarong, and I said to myself, Daisy Sarong, and I said, my mother's name's Sarong. And then it clicked. She might be my sister. Well, I found out I had two sisters called Daisy and Ruby. Daisy introduced me to my other sister, and it took a long time for them to accept me. They were overwhelmed. They kept asking me all the time, are you my brother? Are you really my brother? And I came really close to them after a while. My mother used to come every second Sunday to see me, and I said to my mother, when she got off the bus, I said, I think I found your two daughters. And she said, where? And I said, just over the road there in that ward. My mother just hugged them.
John, that video you made, Witness, and I've watched it plenty of times. I keep really getting upset and teary and crying my eyes out. That was a really good video that you made, and it was, you know, made by Michael here.
That's me.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you first saw it, John?
Oh, I felt happy about it. Yeah, coming each day to make it. And I wanted to tell the world about people without a disability, what we went through. No, we don't go through it anymore.
Colin Hisco and John Harrowell collaborated with filmmaker Michael Buckley and arts worker Sue Smith. Produced for the Dangerous Deeds Project, a partnership between Start Community Art, Self-Advocacy Resource Unit and Diversity and Disability. Dangerous Deeds acknowledges the support of Creative Victoria, Australia Council for the Arts, Office of the Disability Services Commissioner, and the State Government of Victoria.